What's Up Yuma with Johnny Porter is sponsored by Yuma Electric Service, LLC, serving the Yuma area for more than 25 years. YumaElectricServiceLLC.com.
Chili from Philly. Unique Papa Giorgio from Yuma.
What's up, Yuma? Welcome to another episode of the What's Up Yuma radio show. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ronnie.
And on today's program, we are joined by somebody that hopefully can fix me. And, my
hopes are
I'm
low.
self-diagnosed. Well, I don't think just
okay.
self-diagnosed. I'd probably diagnose from everybody that runs into me or meets me or has to work with me. But Rae Packard, she's on the show today. Welcome, Rae. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
And the element where I'm talking about is ADHD. And I ran into you at Yuma Counseling. I share an office there with Troy. And you said that you work with people with ADHD. And I said, aha, I need you on the show. And probably the people listening also need you. So ADHD and also neurofeedback.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, so ADHD, I think I know what it is right here. Example in the dictionary, it's my face. And then neurofeedback. So can you explain a little bit about both?
Okay. So ADHD is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder.
Okay.
There also used to be an ADD, but that no longer exists anymore.
Oh, really?
Everything is under ADHD now.
Oh, I did not know that.
And there's two types.
Okay, can I just ask a question?
Sure.
Where did it go?
It disappeared.
I know I'm being serious because I remember ADD.
Yeah.
Remember your ADD.
Did they just change
then
the
an
name?
H pops up out of nowhere, just like boom, there's an H.
Yeah.
It comes from the diagnostic manual that a group of psychiatrists make up so that we have the proper numbers so that we can get paid by insurance companies.
Okay, that's what it is. It's very technical.
So it's just the coding.
It's the coding.
Yeah, the biller
right.
in me is like, oh, okay, the coding. Like I used to do all sorts of billing. back in the day.
Gotcha.
Yes.
So now you could go back into what ADHD is.
That's answered.
Sorry, squirrel.
Yeah,
No,
let's see what I mean. This is exactly what we're talking about.
Exactly.
She's like, yep.
So there's three types now. So there's the and you'll hear a lot of parents talk about like they'll just like drift off into space. So the inattentive type, and then there's the hyperactivity type where my clients or my students are just running all over the room, spinning around in a chair, not being able to sit still. And then there's the combined type.
Oh,
So it's with both hyperactivity and unattentive.
Okay.
wow.
So then what's the neurofeedback?
So
And am I saying that right?
yes.
Okay.
So the program, or am I allowed to?
Yeah, you can say, go ahead.
Okay.
I hereby grant you permission.
You can say the words.
Okay. So at Yuma Counseling, we use a program called Play Attention.
Okay.
And so the student comes in and they're tested to see if they have ADHD. And if they do, then a lot of parents come to see us because it's an alternative to the medication.
Yes.
Or it's also a supplement to the medication. So the student comes in and plays 4 different games that helps with their attention stamina. So how long they can work on something. And I sit behind them and they wear an armband that's developed by NASA.
Wow.
And it reads your brain waves through your skin.
What?
Wow.
Yes.
We are in the future.
Yes.
Okay.
And
That's cool.
so I sit behind the student and I'm their coach. So I can see through their brainwave activity whether they're being attentive to the task at hand or not. And then if they're not, then I say, then I nag them.
Yeah. Okay.
Then you poke them.
Yeah.
Get back to work.
Focus.
So that's the treatment?
Yes.
Okay.
And so usually adults, it takes about 8 months. For children, it takes about 1.5 years. But what's so amazing about this process is that with any mental health diagnosis, it's a misfiring of neurons. And what the program does is it strengthens the neurotransmitter in your brain.
Okay.
So that when the neuron, instead of misfiring, it goes where it's supposed to go and connects with the other neuron so that there's no more misfiring. And once that neurotransmitter is healed, it stays that way.
Wow.
I love this. It's such a great alternative to medication.
It is.
And it's a solution.
Yes.
That's permanent.
That's
which
permanent.
is medication seems like kind of a Band-Aid sometimes.
Yes.
You know, that's my opinion.
Okay, so you're nagging, right? When
It's good.
when
Professionally.
you're professional nagging. You're a professional nagger.
So
That's
all
great.
my nagging is fixing my husband.
Ronnie's nagging is a whole different story. Sorry, Bo. No, so you're nagging. When you're doing that and you're getting focus. You're getting them back. That's in the brain going to the place it needs to go.
Yes.
Over and over. Oh, so it's almost like
it's very repetitive.
Yeah, it's almost like going to the gym then and then working a muscle and building a muscle and getting that muscle memory. Wow.
Exactly.
This is great.
This is really cool.
So where did this treatment originally start? Where did it get developed?
It's been in the works for quite some time. And actually at Yuma Counseling was the first agency within Yuma to bring it in. So we've been doing it. I've been there 6 years, but there was a couple coaches before me. So maybe about 8 to 10 years.
About 8 to 10 years. But do you know like the history, the science behind it all? Do you know like anything about where it was developed?
No, I do not.
No, you don't. Oh, okay. So how did you get into it?
A friend of mine worked at Yuma Counseling, and she said, do you know anybody who would like to be a neurofeedback coach for ADHD? And the hours were after my hours at the school district. So because parents bring their children, so I was able to work at night. So Troy hired me.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
So, and then let's get into that. So you originally started in the legal field, but you were a counselor in the legal field, correct?
Yes.
Give us a little bit about your background and why you got into counseling.
So I originally wanted to be a biologist.
Okay.
So I was working at the hospital as a coder.
Oh,
yeah. And my boss in the mental health department, my boss said to me, no one showed up today to do group.
Oh.
And he said, could you please do group?
Like what?
For the mental health.
So hold on, wait a minute. You're a coder?
Yeah, and
I'm a coder.
You're a coder.
Right.
Run the mental
And
health
this
group.
hospital here in Yuma?
No, this was in Joshua Tree.
Okay, it's at Joshua Tree.
Mhm.
So you're in there, to code and then putting the billing and stuff. And you're like, hey, your boss comes in and says, can you go do this real quick? Sally called out. And so
Exactly.
what was your reaction?
So I was in college at the time and I was taking a sign language class and I thought I'll just do sign language with them.
Okay.
So I had so much fun that I went to my guidance counselor at the college and changed my major.
That's awesome.
Wow.
From biology to sociology.
Wow.
So okay.
That's really cool.
So I have a question. Let's go back a little bit further. What attracted you originally to biology?
My love of animals.
Animals?
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So it got you there, at least the starting point. And then the tap on the shoulder that said, all right, time to go lead this group. You're going to do it. And you fell in love.
Yeah, changed my life.
So what was it like dabbling, getting into the sociology from transitioning from the biology?
So then I was able to get a job at a mental health clinic locally near Joshua Tree. And I wound up writing a grant and working for the mental health court.
Oh, okay.
And I was a social worker in the San Bernardino County jail system.
So what does a social worker do in the jail system? Take us through a typical day or something that would be pretty routine.
So most of my clients were homeless. This program started in Miami, actually, very successful throughout the nation.
Mhm.
And so it stops the revolving door. So the mentally ill, a lot of them choose to be homeless. They stop taking their meds. They commit a crime and they go to jail.
Okay.
Then they get stabilized on medication, get out of jail, become homeless,
Mhm.
start
Yeah.
medicating, stops taking their meds, self-medicating with drugs or alcohol, commit a crime and go back into jail.
Yes.
So my job was to watch them and make sure that they took their medication.
So
and-
watch them while they're in the jail.
Right. Watch them in the jail, be there upon their release, make sure they have their prescription, place them in a halfway house and check in on them every day.
Do they do that here in
Wow.
Yuma, or is that?
I believe so.
you
Yes.
believe so?
Mhm,
I-
yes. And they have a homeless court too here.
Yeah.
Can I ask you how much your caseload was?
I had 30.
And was that too much? Did you feel overwhelmed?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
But the judge did. So he capped it at 30.
Oh, okay. He thought that was enough.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a friend that is schizophrenic,
Hmm.
and I've seen him go through that exact cycle. That's what he goes through. He gets on the medicine, does good for a while he's dealing with the court stuff, and then gets placed in a place, and then either like goes off of the medicine, and then goes out, does something stupid at something, and then has to go all the way back in, and it's been this cycle for about 10 years.
Hmm.
10 years. So you were part of the cycle that said, okay, we're going to get you back on, and we're going to try to get you back on the right foot.
Yes.
And the issue with the medication is people take it and then they start feeling fine.
They
They
feel
think,
better.
I don't need it anymore. But you're feeling fine because of the medication, because
Yes.
it's stabilized your chemicals. So keep taking it.
There's a stigma.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, there's a stigma.
Yeah.
So once they start feeling better, they think they can go off their meds.
Yeah. Or they start taking it and feel groggy or like a zombie. You have to let it work its way through your system.
Yes.
And yeah, after a month, you still feel that way. Try something else. But yeah, medication's rough.
Yes.
So how long did you do that? How long of a period was that in the court system?
16 years.
16 years.
Yes.
It's a long time.
Wow. Any cases that really stood out to you, either good or bad, some successes or like something that was just kind of, wow, I can't believe that.
I'm allowed to say.
Sure.
Okay. So at Copper Mountain College in Joshua Tree, they teased me because they were going to name a wing after me because a lot of my clients went to college.
Oh, wow. Are you
Yeah.
What a
serious?
great impact.
Yeah. So I was really
Oh.
proud of that.
And they tease you. I'd be like, don't tease me. Really do it.
Yeah, it's like where's it at? Yeah, we should go visit this thing. So seriously, so you've had
Cool.
people come through and they've gotten better, and they go and said, I'm going to have education now
Right.
and
Awesome.
pursue this whole different road.
Right. So I would help them get their GED
Oh.
and then we would get them into college.
Good for you.
Oh, wow.
What a great way to give back.
Yeah, it was, I loved that job.
So you love the part also when you got them the GED, you helped them get
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So you knew
Yes.
this was like a good stepping stone to be able to get back into normal society.
Yes.
Mhm.
So did you keep track of these people that did you like, because I know it can get pretty personal,
Yes.
right? I know it's a job, but also a job when like that, you have to have heart, right? To be
Yes.
able to do it. So did you track them outside of it? And earmuffs if any of the former employers are listening, but
Mhm.
I won't change my phone number. So I still have the same phone number. And a few years ago, I got, I might get a little emotional.
yeah, it's fine.
So a few years ago, I got a voicemail message from the Honolulu Coroner's Department.
Oh.
And so I called back and they found one of my clients. He had died from natural causes, but he was in Honolulu
Wow.
Yeah.
and he had his own apartment,
Mm.
and they found him deceased in his apartment, and in his wallet was my phone number.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
So I was able to tell them that he was a vet. He had served in the Air Force.
Wow.
And so he was buried in a military cemetery.
And that's how much of an impact you made on him. He kept your
He kept my card. So
He kept it in his and they're like in Honolulu,
All
which
the
is
way-
nice, right?
Yes.
That's great. It has an apartment, can afford an apartment over there, right?
yes, I asked them, I said, did you find him like in a home or on the street? And they're like, no, he was living in his own apartment in Honolulu.
Wow.
And he was self-sufficient.
Wow, that's a
amazing.
beautiful story.
Thank you.
Yeah, that kind of keeps you going, right?
Yes.
Wants to keep you got to do this. There's more people out there that are going to keep your card in their wallets because of the impact that you make.
I hope so.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe it. I can feel it.
Yeah.
And with that, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to be coming back with more about ADHD and the treatments. And I want to hear some success stories about that. Right now, you're listening to 94.7 KOFA Border Radio.
What's Up Yuma is sponsored by Yuma Electric Service, LLC, serving the Yuma area for more than 25 years. Specializing in residential and commercial wiring, services also include EV charging unit installs and solar-ready service panel upgrades. Information and consultation appointments at yumaelectricservicellc.com.
Good morning. This is Cecilia Holland-Braithwaite from the KAWC Newsroom. A mostly sunny day in Yuma with a high expected of 100 degrees. Winds shifting from the east-northeast to southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. The low is 82 degrees with a 30% chance of rain before nightfall. The Yuma Union High School District is continuing its Parent Academy series beginning on Tuesday, September 2nd. The academy is meant to help parents of high schoolers feel more confident and informed. Details at kwc.org.
The Mexican Consulate in Yuma is presenting the exhibition Retrospective 1988 to 2021 by artist Antonio Munoz, representing more than 33 years of the artist's work. The collection can be experienced from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. weekdays through September at the Cesar Chavez Cultural Center in San Luis, Arizona.
What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to What's Up, Yuma Radio. We are here talking to Rae Packard about ADHD and the new treatment. We got a little bit about her history. Very moving, great stories. I could see why the tears were starting to come. That's an amazing story. But you're also making impact in our school system here, right?
Yes.
Yes. You're a counselor. Where at?
In Yuma School District 1 at Alice Byrne Elementary and at Post Alternative School.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
why I
didn't
said she looked familiar because my kids went to Ellisburn. So I was like, she looks familiar. And that's how I found out you worked at Ellisburn.
Yes.
So what does that consist of at the school as a counselor for, it's elementary, right?
Yes,
Okay.
elementary K through 5. At first, I started as the military counselor, and I was doing 5 schools and meeting with military children and helping them transition in and out of our community. And then when that grant ran out, I was hired at Alice Byrne to do just K through 5. And I work with students to make sure that they are doing well in their social and emotional learning skills.
Okay, so unpack that for me. Dive into it. Like, what does it look like for that? When I was in school, second grade, I was taken out of class. I remember the day I was taken out, and they were like, "No, something's wrong with this kid. Like, he's not learning." I think it was when they were trying to teach us cursive, which I hate. But anyway, so they took me out, and then I remember I went to a room and I have to put blocks together, and they tested me for all kinds of stuff. And after that, I was in special education for the rest of my life until my senior year. But is it like that? Do you pull kids out? Do you like work with them, or what does that consist of?
So we have an ESS department, which stands for Exceptional Student Services. So, and we have psychologists that pull.
Yeah, I would see a psychologist.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what.
So that's way
Oh, okay.
That's above me.
Uh-huh.
So, but I'm in the school setting, and if there's been a death in the family or a divorce is going on.
Yeah, stuff that really could affect your work.
Right. And
Yeah.
make sure that they're eating. Make sure that they're not homeless. We've got programs for all of that. So because if a student is hungry or they don't know where they're going to be sleeping, they can't.
How are you going to learn?
Yeah.
You can't learn.
Yeah, absolutely. So you take them in, or do you look for the signs, or does the teacher look for the signs and then say, "Hey, you should go see Miss Packard"?
Exactly.
Okay.
So the teacher is with them all day. So they see the signs, and then they'll make a referral to me. Hey, please, if you could please check this with this kid and see what's going on, maybe at home, or I'll sit with them in the classroom and see what's going on.
So what can you take us through a sample of that? Like, what does that look like when a student comes in? You could maybe name one of the things, and how does that go from A to B?
So the teacher will make the referral. I'll go and sit with the student in the classroom to see if I see the same behaviors. And then I'll pull the student into my office, and usually Legos. Legos do the trick.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Legos are great.
Yes. So I spill out the Legos and they spill out to me.
Oh, I love that.
Wow.
So and they tell me what's going on at home. Whether they're, like I said, whether they're eating, whether they are. We have this. It's a law in Arizona called McKinney-Vento, and it's the homeless law for students, and and we provide, no matter what school they want to go to, we provide transportation.
Wow.
We then take them shopping at Operation School Bell, which is put on by the Assistance League.
Yeah, we just had them on yesterday.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
told us all about it.
Yeah, so we take them shopping there. We make sure that they have all their school supplies, and they're students under the McKinney-Vento Act. And this also counts for children and families that are staying with relatives. It's not their permanent home. So they do qualify.
They qualify for it because again, that's a stressful situation
It's a
for a kid.
transition.
It's a transition, and they're not sure what they're going to do afterwards. After that,
Exactly.
like where they're going to end up. So how long has this law been in effect? Do you know about that?
Many
years. Okay. So this is a law that you're able to look and invoke and say, okay, this qualifies. And so get shopping, put these things in place. And have you seen some really good successes after this?
Yes. So we've had adoptions, because foster
You're
care.
going to make me cry now.
So foster care also counts as McKinney-Vento a lot of times, because these students have been placed foster home to foster home to foster home. So we've had several adoptions.
That's awesome.
where they're in a permanent home now.
Wow. So the day to day. So what did a typical day look like for you?
Well, first I do the announcements.
Okay. You're the one that comes over this
Ding, ding.
before the bell or after the bell and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Exactly.
You do the pledge too?
Yeah, the Pledge of Allegiance.
We should start this show with the pledge from now on, Ronnie. You got to remember that.
The Declaration of Independence, Kids at Hope Pledge.
Oh,
Yes.
So, have you had them on? The
I
kids?
haven't.
No,
I had them on my
down.
I have them on my podcast years ago.
Okay.
Originally, but yeah, I should get them back on.
Yeah. So we're a Kids at Hope school. So we do that. And then I do the announcements, and then I just hit the ground running. So, I just go classroom to classroom.
So what's your caseload like for that right now? Is it like when you said you hit the ground running, there's a lot of students that you have to sift through and service?
Yes, especially at the beginning of the year, because there's a lot of behaviors, especially in kindergarten. Right now, we're seeing our babies that are in kindergarten right now were born in 2020.
Yeah, COVID area.
Everyone's making a big deal about COVID babies. Why?
They were not socialized.
Oh, so they don't know how to act.
They don't know how to act, and they don't like to be told what to do.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I can't help but laugh.
That's
One,
okay.
that's every kid.
I'm not even a COVID baby, and I
No.
don't like to be told what to do.
No.
But you see something. There's extra.
It's
Extra not being
there's
told
an
what to
extra
do.
layer of no.
Yes.
Oh, so
You see all these posts online about all these teachers. Oh, here comes my batch of COVID babies. I'm like, what is the big deal?
I haven't even heard about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
my daughter was born in 2021, so she's like 50%. She's doing great in pre-K, but she's got older brothers,
Okay.
so she was socialized.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. So you're seeing quote COVID babies not being told, but why do you think that is? Because they were forced to isolate at
Yes.
home? Okay.
Yes.
So now I see.
Yeah.
They didn't get that interaction
They
with
didn't-
other babies.
Exactly.
Oh, I see
Exactly.
now. Oh.
so when that became a thing, or at least recognized, there had to be a protocol or something. Like, what was that?
Well, I'm spending most of my time in kindergarten right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Retraining, poking.
Nagging.
Nagging's the word. Sorry. I
Professional
prefer
nagger.
poking. I'm
Yeah.
like poke. So okay, so you're trying to really help them.
Refocus.
I
yes.
see.
So it's a lot of like what I do at Yuma Counseling.
Yeah.
I just help them focus.
So
Exactly.
I'm going to tie back into that. So what you do at Yuma Counseling and what you've learned, does that help now with your job as a counselor for school?
Both.
Both.
So
Well, it goes both ways.
it
Can you
goes
explain a
both
little bit?
ways. Mhm. So I've learned a lot of, because Troy sent me to school. So I learned a lot about ADHD and its treatment, and what to look for, because boys and girls are different. Girls, because girls, we power through it.
Yeah.
And
Totally.
so, and then we show some depression.
Oh,
with that.
So burnout.
So
Maybe?
just lack of attention, because you're
Yeah.
depressed and you're kind of just spacing out.
Okay.
Where boys run around.
Oh.
Mhm.
So, so I learned a lot about that, how it's different in boys, girls, men, and women.
Mhm.
And then with my counseling, then I can, someone with ADHD is not going to be able to focus if they're not eating,
Mm.
or if
Totally.
if they have an unhealthy lifestyle, or they're homeless, or something else is going on at home.
Mhm.
Adults that are really, really depressed can have attention issues,
Mhm.
because you're thinking about something else that's making you so sad
Hmm.
and feel so isolated that you can't focus. So there's been individuals that have come in to be tested for ADHD, where I've turned to them and after the test, after the initial assessment, and say to them, I'm not a therapist, but I would like to refer you to one of the therapists here, or someone that's under your insurance company, that you could talk to, because you are really depressed.
Mm.
So,
And they probably don't even know.
no.
Wow.
Yeah.
So are they usually shocked, or are they like, yeah, I am?
Yeah. Yes.
Kind of both.
Yes.
Yeah.
They say, yes, I am.
Oh.
And then I can make a good referral for them.
And I think that's great that you help them acknowledge it.
Yes.
They probably can't say it. And like you said, there's shame. So I'm
Yes.
depressed. Well, then people are going to be like, well, stop.
Right.
It's
They
not
just,
that easy.
right. You can't snap out of it.
Yeah. Very
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah, you really can't on both sides. So you'd mentioned, you talk about boys, they run around, or they're active.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking about when I was in school, they said two things: you're a social butterfly, and you have diarrhea of the mouth. You don't shut up, and you never stay in your chair,
Mm.
right? So is that type of
behavior?
Yes.
yeah. So I never see, but here, check this out. So I never stay in my chair, and I talk a lot, and I turned it into a radio show, right? So
But you do
Right.
stay in your chair.
yeah, but this is hard for me to sit down right now. This is taking a lot of effort. That's why I'm swaying back and forth. I don't know if you can see it, but so that's some type of the behavior that you could recognize. But it's not just kids; you can help adults.
Exactly.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like working with Troy real fast? Tell us.
He's awesome.
Yeah, Troy's just amazing.
He is amazing.
Yeah, you can't say anything bad about Troy.
Not on air.
No,
I'm just
Troy,
kidding. We love
Yeah,
Troy.
Troy's
I love
absolutely
Troy.
amazing. He's one of the best human beings
That's
on the
what I
planet.
hear from a lot of people.
Yeah, I would say he's my best friend. So yeah,
Aw,
I love Troy. Yeah,
besties.
yeah.
Besties.
So thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. We're going to be wrapping
were
up
awesome.
this segment. Yeah,
I
absolutely
learned
awesome.
so much. Like my mind
Thank
is
you for
blown.
having me.
So
Yeah.
so if somebody out there is suffering from ADHD, maybe not, or if they have a loved one, a child, where could they find out more information about the stuff that you offer?
So they can call Yuma Counseling, and Nancy is our wonderful office manager, and she will put you in my schedule, and I'll do an assessment and see if you're a fit for the program.
Okay, I'm calling Nancy after this. Thank you so
Nancy.
much, Rae. We appreciate everything you do.
Yes.
Thank you. And with that, we're going to take another quick break. We'll be back with Estrella Fitch, and we're going to talk about the healing journey right here on 94.7 KOFA Border Radio.
What's Up Yuma is sponsored by Sunrise Cleaning, serving the Yuma area's residential and commercial cleaning needs. Sunrise exclusively uses eco-friendly cleaning products and provides specialty services such as solar panel cleaning and pressure washing. More information and appointment booking at sunrisecleaningaz.com.
This is folk singer Michael Jonathan. On Wood Songs this week, we're very proud to have the Grammy-winning master of the blues harmonica, Charlie Musselwhite, and from New York City, Pete Mancini. Both artists plus an amazing Wood Songs kid on this week's broadcast of the Wood Songs Old Time Radio.
This evening at 7 p.m. on KOFA Border Radio 94.7 FM.
The City of Yuma presents Tacos and Tunes, Yuma's annual food and music festival on Main Street, October 3rd and 4th. Along with multiple taco chefs vying for awards, the two-day event will include a variety of live music performances, a classic car show, and a michelada contest. Event schedule and information at yumaaz.gov/events.
For KAWC News, I'm Cisco Stargazer, Education Solutions reporter. The Parent Academy at the Yuma Union High School District is coming back next week. After supporting more than 180 families last school year, YUHSD will be holding another series beginning Tuesday, September 2nd. The series is designed to help parents feel confident and informed as their child navigates high school. Attendees can learn about how students can earn college credit while in high school, as well as support services available to students and families. They'll also learn about ways to get involved in their child's education, plus planning for life after graduation, college, career, and community-wise, that is. Their curriculum's been refreshed and expanded this time around, so there'll be sessions every week throughout September. You can attend in person, online, or just check out the videos later on the district website. No RSVP needed. For more info, visit kawc.org. For KAWC News, I'm Cisco Stargazer.
Today's day sponsor is Seroptimist International of Greater Yuma, celebrating Women's Equality Day today and equality every day. On this day in 1920, the 19th Amendment granted American women the right to vote. Suffragist Alice Paul said, "I never doubted that equal rights was the right direction. Most reforms are complicated, but to me, there is nothing complicated about equality."
What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to What's Up, Yuma Radio. We have changed out guests, and Estrella tells me she is ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
She's amped and pumped. Estrella Fitch from the Healing Journey. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yes.
Yes. So 25 years you've been doing this or everything? Because I was looking in your bio, because you've been in the field for quite some time now.
Yeah, it's been more than 25.
More than 25, okay.
Because I've done Healing Journey for about 15 years.
15 years for the
Yeah.
Healing Journey.
Right.
So explain to people that don't know what the Healing Journey is, what they offer, and then we're going to go back to
Okay.
how it all got started for you.
Okay. Healing Journey is a trauma recovery center in Yuma County. We work with domestic violence, sexual assault, youth sex trafficking victims, past and present trauma. We specialize in training each staff member from the Arizona Trauma Institute, so they're certified in working with trauma, not just getting a training, but they have to pass a course to be able to understand. We're located, we moved about a year ago to 2363 Kennedy Lane,
Okay.
and it's been perfect. It's a school setting, so when the weather's good, the counselors get to take the kids outside or the youth, and so we run a lot of support groups, and it's just busy. It's
Yeah.
just a really busy
I'm sure there's
place.
a never end need.
There isn't, like
that.
your phone is always blowing up.
Yeah.
It's like,
So trauma, that could, a lot of things come to mind when I hear trauma, right? There's like
Right.
different, so is there's like specific versions of trauma that you work with, or anything that you could just deem traumatic and you
For
need
you,
some
yeah.
help? Yeah, for you. So
Yeah.
if you say this is traumatic for me, I could come in and get some counseling.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because we even had some people in the past that were severely bitten by a dog.
Yeah, like
Say there.
it could run the
Totally.
gamut.
And
Yeah.
that was traumatic when they were a child. So now they're terrified of
Wow.
animals or dogs. So they'll come in, and that is considered trauma.
I agree. I was
Yeah.
bit by a stray at one
Oh.
point, and I'm not a dog person.
Do you kick dogs?
No.
No. Okay. Well, good. I don't know. Ron, you
I
gotta
don't
watch
get
out for her.
around them.
Oh,
That's
you
I'm
try
like, I'm good. Yeah,
When they
I'm just
wanna
not a dog
force you
person.
to pet the dog, you're like, no,
love
no.
that people love dogs. Not my cup
No.
of tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
Because,
kids.
like,
I have kids.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
Some people love dogs,
Yes,
right? Like
yeah,
they're
that's
their own.
okay.
But you stay away, Ronnie.
yeah, if they're nice, I'll pet them. But I'm
Oh,
like,
okay.
do they bite?
But some of the. But seriously, is it because of the trauma?
I don't
This
know.
is interesting.
I
We're
find-
let's
Yeah.
help her. Come on.
I think
We're
it
helping
is.
Ronnie
I'm
today.
sorry.
Well,
When it comes to dogs, no, I just don't want to be bit, and I
There you
don't
go.
want
There
to
it
take
is.
care of
That's your
something,
trauma.
and I don't want to take care of anything
Mm.
else.
Oh, there
Like
it
I
is.
have 3 kids, that's
Mhm.
enough. You
Good.
know.
When
Yeah.
we had that, we
Mhm.
actually brought in an emotional pet, a
Hmm.
dog, and it was this lab, and it was comfortable. And we brought him in slowly, let the person look at it at first, and then so there's steps to it
Yeah.
Mhm.
to be able to get that person comfortable. You just don't throw the dog on
Yes.
their lap or
Yeah.
anything.
It's like,
Here, you're
yeah.
forced to be
What is that
healed.
called? Oh, that's like exposure therapy, but that
that's
would
what
be
it is.
drastic. Here, just hold the
No,
dog.
no,
They're like,
it's slow process.
that's good.
So, can you go into that case a little bit? Like, what was that like?
It was a long time ago.
It was a
but
long time ago?
yeah, and we were not even in this building, but the person, the therapist decided to bring her dog in and said, I'm going to bring in, it's an emotional supportive dog. We'll just have you, it'll sit in the office. Well, no. But it was such a slow progress
Yep.
until the person was able to actually pet the dog and understand that not all dogs
Mhm.
are going to attack. You know,
Yeah.
they're good animals. They're good support systems. And
I
she
think
just
it's
learned
also
that.
how they're raised too.
Yeah,
Like a
that's
lot
true.
depends on the owner
Right.
and how they're raised. But thank you for helping me unlock a fear.
I'll
like,
see you
I-
tomorrow.
I don't dislike dogs, America.
No,
like,
I
but
know you don't.
I
I know you
just
don't.
don't want to take care of one. That's my
That's true,
big thing.
too.
Like, I
Yeah.
want to be able to
That's 'cause
leave
you were
my
bit by
house
one.
whenever I want, without
Gonna
worrying.
continue with the bike.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, look, I got the help with the ADHD in the first segment.
Oh,
Today,
I
don't have
now
ADHD.
Now, now we're here for Ronnie.
Like, based on
She got
everything
hit-
Rae said, I'm like, I don't have that.
She got bit by a dog, and so we're going to help her. And
Thank you.
So, anything that you would deem trauma again.
Right,
So,
that
what are some
person
unique
feels.
cases besides the bit by a dog that you've seen?
Without disclosing too much,
Yeah.
one was the fear of a grocery store. You don't even understand that
Oh.
because of the anxiety
Yep.
of being around a lot of people.
Mhm.
And that counselor had a beautiful method. They
Wow.
parked at the parking lot of a grocery store with the person and said, look, do you see the traffic? The next session was, let's get off the car and stand close to the entrance. The next one's grabbing a
Yep.
cart, and I'm going to walk you through the aisles. And it was such a slow process that about a few months later came back and said, I can go to the store on my own.
Wow.
I'm fine.
Yep.
I'm good.
And to
But
people like me,
anxiety-
like that's so taken
anxiety.
for granted.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, it's just a breeze. Go to the
Right.
store. But some people literally cannot walk through the door.
or want to leave home. You know,
Yeah.
those are anxiety issues
Yeah.
that we can help you with.
Wow, very interesting.
Yeah. So, these type of ways to deal with trauma. You said there's a class that everybody has to take, or like some
Right.
kind of.
It's an educational format we do through the Arizona Institute, and it's 20 hours of intensive training to
Wow.
learn how to.
Mhm.
We're just not going to put you as a trauma therapist and hope you understand what
Yeah.
it is, because we have master's level therapists. It's still a process, so they have to go through this.
That's
process.
smart. That's good.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah, I do too. It's solution focused.
So let's go
Always
back to
solution.
how you got started in this. Let's talk a little bit about your
Oh.
background. What, well, no,
Why, what's wrong?
Oh no, it's okay.
Oh, okay.
She's like, I don't want to talk about me.
Let's talk about the ages.
No, it's all about you.
We got to learn about you.
Oh, mm.
Yeah, where are you from?
I was born and raised in San Francisco, California. Went to college in San Diego, met my husband, and he thought it would be nice to move here 32 years ago, and I hated him for it. But I love him now. You know,
Mhm.
Yeah, now you like
32
it.
years later, I
It
love
grows on you.
Yeah,
It does.
It
Yuma
really
does.
does. I'd rather have the heat
Mm.
and the slow pace of Yuma than to live in a city where you get lost, and the services, I believe, are more intimate in Yuma because it's
Yeah.
Yuma.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
But in this field, did you want to be in this field when you were younger? It was this
Absolutely.
like, oh, you've always wanted to help people.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. Never wanted anything else but to work.
How did you
And
first
helping
know that?
people.
Like, what age were you?
Yeah.
I was about 18
Oh,
when
okay.
I realized it. And, I used to see people hurting and
Mhm.
I'd go back and, I was that person that wanted to feed the world,
Mhm.
I guess. And my parents and grandparents, I was nuts, like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm
Yeah.
going to go volunteer. I'm going to go help.
So you
And-
started to volunteer a lot
Yeah.
at
For
age
you.
18.
Yes, at age 18, I started and I never looked back. And, I took time off to be a mom.
Mm.
I'm not going to say I didn't. I was
Yeah.
that stay-at-home mom until my children were able to go to kindergarten.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
then I
okay.
went back and I said, okay, they have an after-school program. Cindy Delman, I love her. She's retired now, had Discovery after school. And I said, okay, I've done my time. It's my time now. And I
Wow.
went back to work.
It's like you're speaking my present moment. I was
Yeah.
the stay-at-home mom for the last 7 years.
Yeah, I was,
so now I'm like, okay,
your
what
turn.
career? Yeah.
It's your turn.
And the little one's in pre-K, and it's like,
That's-
okay, so it's scary and it's new, but it's really exciting.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
your turn.
Yeah, thank
It's
you.
your
Thank you. She
turn.
said it's my turn.
Yeah, it is.
So 18, you start volunteering.
Mhm.
Was it like something specific that you volunteered for that you really gravitated to?
Yes.
Oh, you're shaking your head. I got to,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
okay. What
Let's hear it.
was it?
We were living in San Diego. I had gotten a scholarship to go to Southwestern Community College. It was a small scholarship, but it was for social work
Mhm.
to learning the basics. And I'm talking
Mm.
1978, 1979. Okay, because I'm very, very old. And so then I went to a church meeting and someone said, hey, we do this volunteer work on Saturdays.
Mhm.
Would you be interested in going to Tijuana? And it's an orphanage on top of a hill and
Wow.
work with the kids. Didn't hesitate. I said, okay, sign me up.
Wow.
So every Saturday for about close to 2 years, we drove up this huge hill in Tijuana and they introduced me and the kids, came out and I started to get to know the children. There was about 70 children at the time. So you only work with small groups so that they get to know you. And that's where I knew that's what I had to do.
wow.
It's just,
So that's when you fell in love
yeah,
with helping kids.
Right. It was always about the kids. And then,
Wow.
but I look back now and I'm going to be very blunt and I hope nobody hangs up or hates me.
Hangs up.
Because I get that a lot too. Stay
Oh,
away, stay-
really?
Oh, yeah.
You talk too much. But I do realize now a lot of the moms that were dropping their kids off were 12 to 14 years old with children. And
Oh,
then would
wow.
leave them at night to go work at La Zona Roja, which I didn't know what that was. I'm 18, 19.
Mhm.
You don't know. I look back and I used to think of these young girls, oh man, how horrible they are.
Mhm.
When now I realized they were trafficked and
Oh.
they were victims of trafficking.
Wow.
And you wish you could teleport yourself backwards and work with them. But
Oh,
now
so-
I understand since I
Yeah.
work in this.
So at the
Now,
moment you're judging,
I was
now
very
later you're like,
judgmental.
oh, now I see they were just trying
There
to
were
survive.
children
Plus
having
they were like
children.
brainwashed.
Yeah, they were. They were.
Wow.
And they loved their children because they would
Yes.
go and visit them and but they didn't live there. But you could see the times that I was there. Sometimes they would show up and want to hold their child and they would leave. There would be a car waiting for them. And I'm
Oh my
thinking,
goodness.
wow, how horrible. But you look back and now
They
you
didn't have a
realize
choice.
it wasn't like I thought at all.
Wow.
So you're saying that the kids at the orphanage,
Yeah.
Some
Were-
of them had parents.
they did it.
Moms had
Oh,
moms.
okay.
and
They
the
had,
moms would visit
okay.
but
That's,
they were like 14, 13. I mean, they were
having
very young.
babies.
Having
I mean,
babies.
that's crazy.
Babies having babies.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
So, and that I did get somebody that reached out to me that works with an organization
Mm-hmm.
that deals with sex trafficking and getting rid of it here in this area. So I'm going to have them on here pretty soon.
Next
You
week.
Yeah. So we're going to do that. So, okay. So you wanted to work with kids.
Mm-hmm.
This was just volunteering though. So you have to follow a career path. So where did you land for career path? And actually, you know what? We're going to take a break and we're going to leave some suspense on how you've gone from that orphanage
Dun,
in
dun.
Tijuana and find out where you ended up and how you kind of pulled on that thread to end up where you're at today.
Okay.
All right. We're going to do that after a short break. You're listening to What's Up Yuma Radio on 94.7 KOFA Border Radio.
Blood services provider Vitalant is hosting blood drives at Yuma locations on an ongoing basis. Every 2 seconds, someone in the U.S. needs blood. This could be a little girl in the ICU or a mother with stage 3 leukemia. Donations of all blood types, especially O, are needed. Appointments at donors.vitalant.org.
So you won't be thinking about work on Labor Day weekend, huh? Well, you may want to delete that thought once you've heard about what we have for you. You'll learn about how Labor Day started, why and when, the battles workers have won and lost, and some insight into your own work. The main thing you'll hear is music, all packed into our Labor Day special, Work and Music, Songs for Labor Day.
Saturday morning at 10 here on Border Radio, KOFA.
Monster Mash, a Halloween party benefiting Hospice of Yuma, will take place on October 31st at the Hilton Pivot Point Center. The event will include dancing, a raffle, appetizers, and contests with prizes. Details, tickets, and sponsorship information is available by calling 928-343-2222.
What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to What's Up, Yuma Radio. We are here with Estrella Fitch, and we're talking about her journey in life and how she ended up from volunteering at an orphanage in Tijuana to a career path. So what was your next move after that?
Actually, I went to college and then met my husband, stayed home, had
Yeah,
babies.
so you
And then when we moved to Yuma, he brought me to Yuma because he had wanted to open up a little, he was a culinary chef. So he wanted to open up a little place.
Did he open up a place? That's good.
That failed right away.
No, but what was it?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. It was that bad. Okay,
it was
sorry.
that bad that I don't want to remember.
Sorry, husband.
No
And
names
then
allowed.
it was like, let's move back to San Diego. And he said, no, we can make it work here. So we did.
Uh-huh.
And there was a job opening at Arizona Children's Association for a counselor. And I just said, I'm going to try. I'm just going to use my experience. I've always worked with the community, see what happens. And they hired me. I was even shocked. So I was like, what? So that's what started. And then the last.
So what did they do there, like specifically?
They would go into the home. It would be a referral from Child Protection Services
Mm.
to go into the home and work with the family to reunify the parents with the child if they've been removed, or if they were on the scope of being removed. I would come in and do a 12-week course with them. And
Wow.
that was hard because you go into some homes that have no electricity
Yeah.
or water in the San Luis or Welton area, or, you talk to the CPS caseworkers. Oh, do you really want that child to go back?
I know.
So it was a very difficult, very emotional, but
Yeah.
I did it because I knew I wanted to do it.
Mhm.
And
How
then,
long did you do that for?
About 2.5 years.
2.5 years
Then
you're there with the very difficult cases, it sounds
That's
like.
very
Yeah,
emotional.
It was very emotional. And then from there, I kind of went to another place and it was a little less stressful. It was
Mhm.
more outreach and going into the schools, talking about
cool.
prevention programs. And I really liked that one. But
Yeah.
then when the county attorney's office had a position for a victim advocate
Mm.
working with the courts, I had no knowledge of victim rights, but I said, okay, I'm just going to apply, see if this, and they hired me and then they sent me.
You shocked again? You're
You're
like,
like,
what?
What's wrong with you people?
Why are
Keep
you
hiring
hiring
Why
me."
do they keep hiring me?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I thought at the
Yeah.
time. I'll be really honest. Like, I don't know anything about victim rights, but they sent us to, at that time, they sent us to Fresno State University.
Oh, cool.
And they flew us there. We stayed at the dorms, passed, a lot of information came back, and then continued my education. I mean, I went back to school at a very old age, in my 40s,
Mhm.
to finish what I wasn't able to finish when I was young because I had stayed home.
Yeah.
And then from then, I worked with the courts for 11 years, and that was my defining moment, was Victim Services Division.
Okay.
When you sit in a courtroom and you really have a jury, they dismiss the jury, they're talking about evidence being taken out, so sometimes juries don't get to hear the whole
Yeah.
story. And it gets to a point where I thought, there has to be more than even though I
this, yeah.
love victim services.
So you loved, I want to stay there for a second. So you love the victim services. Why is it? And what do you exactly do in victim services? Do you kind of advocate for the victim?
It is an advocate.
So walk us through that a little bit.
what a victim advocate does is let's say you're a victim of a horrific crime, because
Okay.
that's all we had there. I was
Yeah.
domestic violence, sexual abuse
Uh-huh.
of children,
Yeah.
and homicides.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So you meet with that person, you say, these are your rights to speak in certain hearings, to speak to the prosecutor. So you give them the whole rights.
Mhm.
After that, you escort them to, let's say there's a hearing, that there's a bond hearing, and the victim does not want that person released, and they're too afraid to stand up and tell the judge. You get up and you speak on their behalf, or you stand with them when they're reading a victim impact statement. It's difficult, but at the same time, you're making sure their voice is heard.
That's right.
So the judges knew me by heart at that time. It's like, oh, Estrella, the victim advocate,
She's
you know,
back.
roll the eyes. And I say,
Oh.
well, Your Honor, I'm sorry. They want to speak. And,
Yeah, they have the right to
they
speak.
have the right to speak. And so I did that.
So you would have to listen them. You listen to them, and then you would have to
Speak
take
for
that and then speak for them.
If they
Oh.
chose not to speak themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you developed a bond with them,
Very
right?
much
You've
a
had
bond.
there had
Very
to be that
much.
connection to go up there and, like you said, like, hey, judge, I'm going up there.
No matter what.
I'm doing this. This is what they want to say. They have the right to do it. And so, did you even have to? It sounds like it maybe it would be a little bit pushy to make it happen.
You have to.
You have to.
You have to be.
Wow.
And because otherwise their voice is not heard. And
Yeah.
that's important. Prosecutors sometimes say, okay, we're going to do this plea deal. The victim is not in agreement with the plea deal, because they're called victims. I call them survivors, because that's what they are.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But so they're like, this is what it's going to be. And they're like, no, no, no. So the day of the plea agreement, they have the right to stand up and say, I don't agree with this
Yeah.
plea, but it still goes through.
Yeah.
Because it was between the judge and
But they
the
get the
defense
chance
attorney,
to
but
say
to at
how
least
they
say they're not
feel.
okay.
Wow.
You know, like
So good
right
for
now with
you
that
for
plea.
helping them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then there was nothing for them. You know,
Yeah.
thank God we have Amberly's Place. I do a shout out to them. They go to the crime scene. I never went to a crime scene. I took them right when it was ready to go to the hearings, but there was no formal counseling. There was nothing, no support groups to send them to. We had one counselor he's amazing, Fernando Estrada, who took all the cases he could, but that's it. And when I said, you know, I remember coming home to my husband and said, it's time, I got to do something. And he goes, what? Are you nuts? And I go, yeah,
I am.
I kind of am.
Mhm.
I married someone who was kind of nuts and just, you know, are you going to support me financially while I do it? Because I'm going to quit my job.
Oh my
And
gosh.
he's like, okay, so a lot of beans
He
and
said,
rice.
"Ay, Dios mío."
He said, he said more
Yeah.
than that.
Okay. Okay. All
But
right.
he
That's
was-
the
You're like,
PG
I'm doing
version.
it anyway.
I'm doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it or
Yeah.
not. But now fast forward
Now look.
15 years, you
Yep.
know, he's happy I did it, you know.
So
Happy
then,
wife, happy life.
so let's
Tell
Okay.
that to my husband.
Tell him,
Yes.
happy wife.
let's take it back to that. So you're saying, so you're working in the courts, you're a victim advocate, you're doing your best in that, you're being pushy, you're making sure that their voice is heard, but you said there's something missing.
Yeah.
There's a piece that's missing here, because I can only do so much, and once the court is done with it,
It's over.
it's over for you. You can't do anything.
No, you can't even contact them anymore.
So then that's when the idea for the healing journey came to
Yes.
you.
Yes.
You know, you had this idea, and you went to your husband and you said, "I'm quitting.
All right.
I'm
And
done."
I'm done.
And what did you have a business plan or what?
No, not really.
No. Okay. Obviously not. No.
I love this. No,
You're
I
like,
love this so much.
So tell us a little bit about
She's like,
that.
you made me move to Yuma.
Now
I'm going to
you-
go ahead and do what
Yeah.
I want.
Now you support me.
So you're like, I quit, and go ahead.
and that was it.
I know, but something got started though. Like,
Yeah,
tell
how'd
us.
you start?
support group started. I started to
Oh, a
invite.
support group. Okay.
I started women.
Awesome.
You know, if you've been a survivor of, I always said survivor of domestic
Yeah.
violence,
Oh,
call
okay.
me, and it just started taking off. I did my own little flyers.
Cool, man.
Staples was my office, and I just started passing around, and
Oh,
it just grew and grew. And I filed my 501c3, and now fast forward later, I have such a wonderful team. And shout out to Victim Services Division that they still. John Smith was at that time he was the chief of Victim Services. He was actually the chief of the whole county attorney's office,
mhm.
and he followed me as a board member. So
Wow.
I had people who knew me and went with me. And I thank them for that. They really did. They said, you can make this work. We're going to help you. So it was never alone.
Yeah.
I was never alone. I had the people who actually knew this
Yeah.
was going to be something that we needed.
So today, how big is your team?
It's about maybe 15, 16 people, counselors. We just started a peer mentoring program that I had started when I first started Healing Journey. We kind of went backwards to bring that back. In fact, there are 3 AWC students that come here that volunteered, and now they're working, and they will work with the junior high school. They're going to start getting a caseload. They went through training. And I always believe that if you're a mentor and you have something to offer it.
Yeah.
There's going to be somebody who needs it. And so that's what we're doing. We have support groups. We have individual counseling. We have our counselors are not therapists, but they teach you and work with you to go through. It's called the breathing techniques, the anxiety, to get you ready for therapy. Not everybody's ready for therapy. I'm telling you that. That's a myth. Like you think, oh, just go to therapy, you're going to be fine.
No.
It's not going to work.
Yeah.
If you're closed and it's not going to work.
Yeah.
And so we say, okay, let's start with
So there's
counseling.
a process.
Yes. And I discovered that by accident. But there's a process.
Yeah. You referred people to therapy too often? Or
Yeah.
what?
And then the therapist would say, they don't want to talk. They don't talk. So I said, okay, let's go to a counseling, slowly get them and learning them how to handle their anxiety.
Yeah.
And now when they see the therapist, they're able to talk and not shut down and just be a crying session. It's actually a talking.
And I think the support
listening.
groups probably help a lot too, just to be with like-minded people.
Exactly.
Just to feel
that
safe.
have gone what you've gone through.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it works.
Yeah, I could tell that, people don't want therapy right away. We're trying to fix Ronnie over here with the dog stuff. And she's like,
I'll
no.
see you tomorrow.
I'm
Yeah.
fixed.
She says she's fixed. See, I know.
Yeah, she's perfect.
We're going to help her.
I'm not ready.
So what do you offer now? Like, what is the whole scope of, if I walk in, what are some of the things that you offer?
Well, we register you. We get you into a treatment plan. We offer counseling, support groups, mentoring if you would like.
So what is mentoring? Go into that a little bit before we.
A mentor is someone who will work with you out of the therapy. It's more like what we're doing. We're offering mentoring to college students and to youth. I would say 10 to 18 to 21. And what they do, like, let's say you have a basketball game and you don't have a lot of support at home.
Sure.
So your mentor says, okay, you know what? I'm going to go watch you play a game and then we'll go get an ice cream after. So they're vetted. They've gone through a criminal background check, fingerprints. And so they work with that youth one-on-one. And you see the difference. You absolutely see it. And I still have kids that 15 years ago that are now in their 20s and they still contact me and say, hey, I just want to tell you I'm doing good. I live in, let's say, Minnesota now, or I got married. And I can, pull those stories up on my phone, and they always tell me that gave me the seeds to know that I can change, because they were assigned somebody to work with them when they were, having trouble. And it's not an easy world for our kids anymore.
No.
We have the fentanyl crisis. We have the bullying. We have trafficking online. You can't get away. They're on their phones 24/7. So it's just a different world.
It is.
If we can get in there and show them a positive route, that's
and
what
human
it's about.
interaction, not screen interaction.
No, someone really listening to you.
So if somebody wants to find out more, because we got to wrap up, tell us where we could find out more information.
You can call the office at 928-920-6220 or stop by at 2363 Kennedy Lane, Building 1, The Healing Journey. We're there for you.
Is that by where that school is, or that church or something?
It used to be the school. In fact, my grandkids went to that school.
Oh, so it's not a school anymore.
It's not. We took it over, and I love it. It's a big park, and when the weather's good, we can take the kids for a walk, or even an adult can take a walk.
That's so awesome. Thank you so much for being on. Thank you and for sharing.
Healed.
Yeah, your journey, and Ronnie's making an appointment. All right. And with that, What's Up Yuma Radio is a production of KAWC, Colorado River Public Media. We broadcast from the studios in the Matador Activity Center at Arizona Western College in Yuma. We want to thank our engineer, Talon Gonzalez, along with Anthony Arnales, Juan Garcia, Dave Reek, and Cecilia.
And you can find out more about KAWC at kawc.org, on Facebook at KAWC Radio, and on the KAWC app. And stay tuned following our program for KOFA Midday Music.
Tomorrow's program, we're going to have Eric Castellanos. He's part of the Canal Run Club that you're seeing everywhere.
Yes.
And also Tiffany Grundy, which used to be Tiffany Houston from Houston's Furniture.
Okay. And you can listen to the podcast version of our program and check out past episodes at kawc.org/podcast/What's Up Yuma Radio and email us at whatsupyumaradio@gmail.com.
Once again, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. You're a fun guest to have.
Yeah,
you can
you're
come back
awesome.
anytime.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep. All right. With that, we'll see you guys tomorrow. We're right here on 94.7 KOFA Border Radio.
What's Up Yuma with Johnny Porter is sponsored by Yuma Electric Service, LLC, serving the Yuma area for more than 25 years. YumaElectricServiceLLC.com.